Yo. You are listening to DJ Rock all night long. Are you tired of being followed in the store by clerks who assume you are stealing? Are you fed up with being racially profiled while driving? Are you annoyed by the constant stop and frisk along with search and seizures performed by race soldiers posing as cops? Well, you don't have to deal with that any longer, because now there's Freedom Cola. Yes, Freedom Cola. For just $1.10 a 16-ounce bottle, you can become white as the driven snow, with the complexion for protection from racism, white supremacy. Freedom Cola totally frees you from refusal to hire, illegal traffic stops, stop and frisk, public lynchings, jail time, murder by police, court appearances, and being set up by lily white women who claim that you want to rape them, as well as hundreds of unfortunate occurrences that tend to befall black people everywhere. So if you are fed up with racism, white supremacy like I am, you must try Freedom Cola. That's right, Freedom Cola can only be purchased at www.freedomcola.com. You can see us on all media at Freedom Cola. Get free today. Yo. You are listening to DJ Rock all night long.
You must focus, my son.
The Knowledge of Self Show. The Cos Show. Knowledge of Self Show. Okay? I'm God Jahi. Also known as DJ Rock Hard, but this is God Jahi, and I'm sitting here with the most lovely Amelia. That's right. Knowledge of Self. This is black folks talk, y'all. This is kin folks talk. This is lineage talk. This is bloodline talk we gonna be talking. You dig? Okay, so we gonna get it in. You know what I'm saying? First annual show, Knowledge of Self Show. Can you dig it? Yeah. And what greater topic, or what better topic to kick off than the topic of religion in the black community? Goddamn, does it help us? Does it harm us? I'm gonna tell you right off. Amelia, I think it harms us. What you think?
I agree.
Now, I grew up in the church, missionary Baptist. Everybody know missionary missionary Baptist mean the ushers got the white gloves on. They pulling the offerings around and shit. You got communion with the
every first Sunday.
Right, holy table.
No recommend.
Oh man, the prayer line. Did y'all have prayer lines? Prayer lines.
For prayer.
You know what I'm saying? Come on up for prayer. The bereaved, anybody sick and bereaved. Got anybody bereaved, the sick and the sick. Come and pray for them. You know, Miss McPherson read the
something to gossip about.
yeah, because you know they're gonna talk about it after the service is over. Girl, did you see Sister Williams? Lord, help them kids so bad. I heard that ain't none of them got the same daddy. That kind of conversation.
Exactly.
I seen things happen in the church that I was under the impression that never happens in the church, so it opened my eyes to a lot of things, and it made me want to search early. I found out what Islam was by 16, so I knew what Christianity and Islam was, and I could say at the age of 17, 18, I got my first taste of knowledge of self by reading Alex Haley autobiography of Malcolm X. When I saw how Malcolm X taught himself how to read in jail, I was like, that shit blew my fucking mind. That shit, I was not the same person after I found out Malcolm X taught himself how to read in jail. That let me know we can do anything we put our mind to. All we gotta do is know the information, and we don't need no white folks to validate us. That's what that showed me.
Exactly.
They don't corner the market on education. They don't hold no monopoly on learning. They make you think that.
Yes, that's because people confuse education for what is indoctrination. You're being institutionalized, and when people get institutionalized, they think that's the way, that's it, and it's nothing else. Like that can be used as an example for religion and what you consider education as well. Because people think just because what is given, like your parents don't know everything to teach you.
This is true. Life teaches.
None of us know everything.
That's right.
You have to stay open to learning.
That's fact.
So I think what religion does is it cuts you off. Anything outside of it, you know, they got that term, oh, it's the devil, ain't nothing but Satan. You know, we in a time of information and knowledge. That may have helped our people at that time, coming from the conditions they was under with slavery, and that being probably the first book allowed to read.
Well, you wasn't getting your ass
because
killed.
If you knew how to read
you
back in them times,
on your
ask yourself, why was it such a bad thing for us to read when we were doing everything for these people anyway? I mean, taking care of their kids, their households, that crop, and it's like,
children.
But we couldn't have no education.
So what that tell you? I don't want these niggas.
So what
to
was
find
it they
out.
were keeping from us?
I
Yeah,
want them to find out something. It ain't gonna be my slave no more.
exactly. They had the whole system ready by the time they gave us reading.
That's facts. That's facts. And they had a white man in the barn with you to make sure when you learn in Christianity, you learn it his way. Let's not forget.
That's
That
what
was
I'm
a real
saying. Mistaken education
for
indoctrination.
Indoctrination. That's right. That's right. Because they training you. You know, and I can say that right now for the public school system. You know, they really training our babies. They not teaching them what they need to do. You know, social development is important, and this COVID shit is stopping social development. I want to say that much. I don't want to get into a whole education conversation, because what we talking about right now is religion, and does it help black folks in their situation of being oppressed or not? So, when I was seeing things in the church, a lot of good people in the church, good wholesome people, honest people, people who struggling, just real people who go through struggle, right? Then it's the kind who like, they compete and want to be the best for pastor. They want to make pastor the most cakes and pies. They want to make pastor the most happy. You get competition on the whole choir, musician side of the game. You get competition on the whole nurse's assistant, pastor's assistant, bring him the water type, the one to cook him the chicken,
Right,
all
too many
that.
traditions made for distractions. Nobody's focused on the reason why you're really supposed to be there, to dig into that word for overstanding. I'm not gonna say understanding, overstanding.
Sure.
And it's like so much goes on within the church. You're so far from what the whole reason you're supposed to be sitting there for. And that was always a big thing with me, because it's like too many distractions, too many things going on. People that have their own agendas and motives.
True,
So,
indeed.
you know, if a person is really broken, looking for something, and I was there, but I wasn't there. You know, I was
Totally
never
feel
really
you.
there. I never really fully could commit to it. It was like, you know, you're a kid and you're being forced to go, and you're sitting there and you're like, okay, you know, I know so full of shit in my head. I'm a teenager, you know. It's like, these the people that I'm listening to.
Yes,
And when
indeed.
you really get to know them.
Yes, indeed.
So for 25 years, I speak from experience. And it's a trap. I feel like it's a trap. It's like you're under a spell. It's like you're a zombie.
Spell, I agree.
You know?
That spell, that zombie, I agree. Now, when I had conceived my first child and only physical child, because I got a lot of spirit children. But when I first conceived my child, something inside me said, nigga, you gotta know what's in that Bible. And there was the African Holistic Bible that was around me at the time. I think Methodist, not Holistic, African Methodist. And it connected Africa with what they were saying, right?
Right.
So I made a lot of notes in that Bible. I still got that Bible. And I read that Bible from cover to cover 4 times before my child was born. And I understood the relationship between God, Jesus, the Holy Ghost, and the devil. I understood I understood that the devil is on payroll. The devil exists to make a point of good and evil and what to do, right? As I read further and read more times, I got inquisitive about where that Bible came from and who wrote it.
Right.
And I came up on the Council of Nicaea, which was an event that Roman Catholic priests came together and said, look here, we gonna make one God, one story,
Speak up.
and it's this Bible we gonna make, and it's just gonna be it. We gonna go up and down the Mediterranean, the Spanish Inquisition, and we gonna murder anybody who don't want to convert to
these
Roman
teachings.
Catholicism.
Yep.
Killed them, cut babies out of women's bellies, burned women who was like not with that shit, called them witches because they was going off the moon cycle and ancient understandings and overstandings and teachings and literature and scribes and scriptures that was like older than the Egyptian times. That they still had books and they had book burnings all up through the Mediterranean in the name of Roman Catholicism. They killed, murdered, and erased information in the name of Roman Catholicism, quote unquote religion, quote unquote Christianity, right? Made that whole thing, that whole farce, right? Because it's a farce, right? It's an idea agreed upon. Is what it is. So after I understood the origin of it, I really, I'm being very, I'm being calm by saying it blew my mind, because it did more than blew my mind. It made me understand and understand exactly why we was put in slavery using this book. Because it tell you be a good servant for the Lord. So why you think you being a good servant for the Lord? This white man who wrote the Bible know that he's the real God that you the servant for, but it's an inside joke.
So he's actually took your visa and manipulated for his benefit.
Facts.
And the God you serving is
it's really him.
It's really him.
That's why they give you that Christmas with that white Santa Claus.
None of it applies to them.
I mean, and look at the only people who you heard about being oppressed and still oppressed.
Yeah.
To this day, you know, Jewish people talk shit about the Holocaust. We still in the Holocaust,
exactly.
Black people.
And then this is the biggest thing for me. It's a government-funded institution, but there's no center for the kids to do something productive. There's no recreational or things for productive energy for the young youth. But there's liquor stores, there's a new drug every generation.
Absolutely.
They done turned up. It's 3-4 drugs every generation.
Absolutely. And look how they made. Let me tell you how they turned up from the war, from them putting crack in the hood in the late 80s and the 90s. Look how they graduated in the 2000s and the 2010s going to the millennium, and they said, you know, we used to make it a party drug where crack was only a certain generation and the younger people didn't fuck with it.
Yeah, now
They got the young motherfuckers, they marketing it to them. And I'm gonna say the first line where crack came, where ecstasy came in, the first line that I ever heard in a rap, which means they was promoting this drug, this new drug that was gonna be better than weed or another lane than weed, right? Unfortunately, Biggie Smalls, I heard that the X makes the sex spectacular, make you lick it from your neck to your back and first line, that right, you about to take it off. Real talk. Yeah. That first line.
You just made me realize exactly what was being said. You know, you can hear something but not actually hear it.
Yeah, for sure.
And you just saying that just then, it clicked. Yeah. It's like, and then that's another thing, we don't really hear or read or listen to things in depth. We surface people. Surface.
That's true.
Physical.
That's true.
It's like,
but when you understand, you know, I tell you, I had to read and research to find out.
Surface.
I had to read and research to find out that Malcolm X taught himself how to read. Once I understood that when you're interested in something, that's what you read, and then it makes you a reader. Right. So that's how I promote it to children when I talk to them. What's gonna make you have a love for reading is when you read shit you're interested in. And when you see those things that you didn't know through reading, through a person you're interested in, or a group, or a team, or whatever, you're gonna see the importance of reading. You're gonna see why it's important to research shit, go to bibliography, find out who wrote that, find out who wrote the article that made him write this article. That's called research, and that's called finding the bibliography, find a person who wrote something that another person read and wrote something from. Find out the origin of it. When you find out the origin of a thing, you find out who you are.
Exactly. You have to know the root from which you stem. That's why it upsets me so much when our brothers and sisters say the past does not matter.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, that was before us. Like, are you kidding me?
That's sad, because when you meet somebody, you gonna even want to know their remote past. You gonna be like, how old is you? Where you grew up? Exactly. Go to high school at? You gonna want to know they passed at some point, because you
that's like they cop out lines to not even apply themselves.
Yeah, that's a cop out.
Yeah, and it's like,
I don't need to know my history. That's a cop out.
Your parent can only teach you what they know. That don't mean they knew everything. So your parent gave you what worked for them, and religion was a big deal. And it's like people don't take into.
That's why I take a
concept that
it takes a whole village.
It wasn't that long ago, 100 years. Like, I tell people, my grandmother picked cotton.
Let me tell you something.
She's an 89-year-old woman.
It ain't changed, because in Texas they just just hung somebody.
Yeah.
They called it suicide.
They did that all during the protests, finding people hung.
Yeah.
And even before all of that started, there were people being found hung, and it's always
Talking
brought
about
off as
suicide.
suicidal. Even a personal friend of mine, which I don't believe, but I don't
Yeah, I remember you talking about. But y'all know what though? For them to keep saying it's suicide, number one, they letting us know you dumb motherfuckers. We can tell y'all anything.
Absolutely.
And number two, they on some more. This shit still working, so I'm gonna keep on saying it. But the third thing, which is the most important thing, the medical society and media agrees upon the lie and say, yeah, it was suicide. Why you even broadcasting that fucking lie when you don't even know all the facts. All you know is they found him like this. Y'all didn't check for fingerprints. Y'all ain't check for none of that shit. Find out the people where he was at whatever time. You know, they really do us bogus. It's just that they give us all this technology and all this entertainment for us to not even think straight.
Exactly. They're so bold now, there's never an explanation. All this murder and turmoil, they would lock niggas up for nothing. But all this murder and crime and this, that, and the third happening, nobody's getting locked up.
That's facts, though.
Is that not organized?
That's facts.
Like, no, you'll get locked up for nothing. You get blamed for some shit.
Facts.
But all this turmoil, and you don't even see any people getting, I thought I want to say I want to see my people get locked up, but you don't even see a lockup behind all this shit that they tell us that just goes on. And it's so ramped up and out of control.
That's facts. Let the white folks run it. Let me tell you something. Neely Fuller Jr. got a book called The Compensatory Code Concept for Victims of Racism and White Supremacy. It's a great book. Go get it. Go to ProduceJustice.com and get that book through Neely Fuller Jr.'s website first. Then you can get it from Amazon. He got it on there too. Now, I also want to promote Hidden Colors 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, along with 1804, The Hidden History of Haiti. All produced and put together by Tariq Nasheed.
And Tariq Nasheed is also going to drop Buck Breaking today. I think that's tonight that he was supposed to drop Buck Breaking.
The movie? It's going to release?
Pretty much, I follow him on Facebook.
Yeah, because he come on Sunday.
Yeah, he said he was going to drop tonight, actually.
Yeah, it's tight. Yeah, it's tight. Check out the brother Zoe What? Zoe What
show. The trailer for the upcoming video Buck Breaker will be posted next Sunday. I'm sorry, next Sunday.
Not even this Sunday, next Sunday. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, love to Tariq Nasheed, good brother. He got something so important in his first Hidden Colors movie. I think it's in the first 45 minutes. He got in there and he showed the Dark Ages. I never knew what the Dark Ages was. I just used to read about it. The Dark Ages is when Europeans was eating each other, laying with animals, killing each other for no reason, just savagery types, eating each other, all kind of sick shit, right? The black Moor from Spain came through because we had circumvented the whole planet. We was every fucking way. We was holding down Spain real rough and rugged. Motherfucker came through Europe and saw this motherfucker just ridiculous acts of just ridiculousness, and came through and civilized all the motherfuckers. Stopped them from fighting, stopped them from killing, showed them how to clean themselves, told them how not to lay with animals, showed them how to pave their streets, how to clean their streets. You don't throw your garbage out the window, you put it in a certain space where all garbage is at. It's like they showed them how to just live. Water, irrigation, all that shit.
Right, they were living like animals.
Like fucking animals. Europeans that run the country right now.
Speaking something over you is a reflection of themselves. People that resonate from a certain type of energy or like that speaking from themselves. Like, just to understand how they act and move. Like, they're wild. They act like wild animals, but then they want to put that on us. Like,
and what I want to say is that while we on religion, what I want to get the whole key of the grime or that whole woo-wah is that it basically makes black people forgive motherfuckers who fucked them over, and it makes them forget and forgive. You know, to forgive and forget.
Right.
And they gave you that because they knew not only was they gonna fuck you, they knew that they was gonna continue to fuck you. So they had to give you an ideology that would allow you to continually fuck them, which means make money off them perpetually your whole fucking life. And you be okay with it, and you wait for your motherfucking pie in the sky in the by and by. You see what I'm saying? So they really switched it because we created them, and they have no life after this. This is their everything. So what they did was they flipped it and made it to where, like, okay, well, y'all gonna be here serving me, and you gonna think everything gonna come in the hereafter. They actually flipped it. So we created them. Read a good book called Message to the Black Man by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Can you dig that? He talk about the creation of the white man in that book. You know what I'm saying? Check that book out. I always promote scholarship. Go check that book out. I can tell you a whole lot of shit in there. I will say the creation of the white man is in there. How black men and black women should behave and treat themselves and each other is in there. A lot of good stuff in there. Also, The Fall of America by Elijah Muhammad. He break down how this whole country is gonna eat itself up. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. You know.
Yeah. They definitely set the tone.
Yeah. You know, and when we talk, on the Knowledge of Self show, this is a show that's gonna talk about black facts. You see what I'm saying? Not what we think, not what we heard. Black facts. You're gonna hear a lot of history on this show. You're gonna hear a lot of empowerment of black folks on this show. You're gonna hear things you ain't heard about. You're gonna hear a lot of authors, books to go check out, lectures to go look up on YouTube.
Do research.
You need to do the research. I'll give you 3 people you need to look at everything they got on YouTube.
Check this out.
Dr. Phil Valentine, Brother Bobby Hemmett, and Brother Panic. Look up them three people and watch everything that you could possibly see on YouTube. Okay? And go to the website SeriousTimes.com. Serious Times. They got all the real DVDs for sale of these different lectures. I mean, full 4-hour, 5-hour, 6-hour DVDs. They got the whole shit where you ain't gotta look at clips on YouTube. That way you can spend your money, get back to black, and get that knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Check out Brother Professor Black Truth on YouTube. He got a channel. The Black Authority on YouTube. Jason Black. That's who that is. And Tariq Nasheed has a channel, Tariq Live. Check out that channel. Check out D Tubman on YouTube because she has a channel that showcases all these brothers. Check out Rizza Islam. Even check out Young Pharaoh. Check out Brother Zoe Williams. Check out Claude Anderson. Check out Brother Neely Fuller Jr. He has a website, Talktainment. Check out, you gotta Google that though, Talktainment. Or with Brother Bobby, he's on there with Boyce Watkins, Brother Boyce Watkins. Investment, he's about investments and he about black knowledge. So get that brother and get into his black business school. I'm a member. Get into that black business school. Don't cost a little bit, but the information he give you on how to invest and how to handle your money is, you can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? So this is all black knowledge of self. This is knowledge of yourself. The black man, the black woman is God. There's no way around that. That's just history. The only reason they got us fucked up is because not a large population of us know who we are. And the people who don't know who we are, the coons, they get compromised in certain positions to fuck us over because they don't know no better and they get used. Bill Cosby was riding with white folks for so long, but then they showed him, nigga, you still a nigga.
Yeah, no matter how much money you have.
can't buy NBC. I could tell you a coon because you want to buy what I got. When you a field nigga, you gonna get your own shit, and you gonna naturally feel like you need to get your own. You ain't gonna want shit to crack again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When that blood flow through your body, and that's really your bloodline, you can't even understand why a nigga would want to get in a contract with a white man.
Right.
For what? He gonna fuck you. That's what he do.
That's why I got mad respect for Tyler Perry. He kind of he paved the way on some whole I watched his master class the other night.
Oh wow.
And now I understand the one
Where you see it at?
I was on YouTube.
You had to pay for it?
No. Because Oprah was doing his interview.
Said, now you understand the woman role. Talk about that.
I understand why he played the role of woman. He said he was acting out his mother and aunties. You know, it was, you know, his own light, and it wasn't Hollywood, because, you know, you want to put the black man in the dress. Facts, it's ritual, you know. So watching this masterclass the other night, he explained that he was acting out the roles of the women in his life when he did those roles. And I respected that, because, you know, in Hollywood, that's their way to
Effeminate you.
Emasculate
you.
Exploit the man and demasculate.
Yeah. Plus
so
a little freak.
For him to say where it was coming from, and it was heartfelt and his own thing to do versus being told to do. You know, it was very heartfelt.
I love it. That's a real nigga. When you
absolutely
like the little I heard he a real nigga.
Man, yes, that was beautiful when I watched this masterclass the other night.
I gotta check it out.
I respect him.
That's what's up. He wanted to want.
Yes, he has.
That's his own shit. He got acres.
And he's been through a lot. And you know, he's very inspiring. You know,
homeless. I think any motherfucker who been homeless, man, it's like, nigga.
He talked about all of that.
Nigga.
And how he just tried to try. He never gave up on what he's passionate, what he wanted to do. But he talked about the struggle, the hard times, and everything. Very inspiring. I respect him.
That's what's up, man. He a Christian, I know. You know, there you go. But he got his own shit.
It's like, you know,
he got his own shit. See, let me tell you why.
You know, that's the thing about the understanding of what God is. It's not a person, place, a thing. It's not a noun. It's all. And it's like you putting it in a person, like, and it's not.
You mean Jesus?
Jesus, yeah. It's like God is not a person, place, or thing. It is all. So it's like just overstanding that perception is everything. But,
so it could be said that the person is everything.
It's everything.
Connected to connection.
Yeah. Matter.
Now let me ask you this now. Now we're gonna get deep on knowledge of self right now. We about to transcend color. But we know color is a very big part of what's going on. Because a very simple-minded motherfucker controls this world. So even though they're smart and clever, they still fucking simple-minded. And they can't help it because they only a piece of you. They not the whole. They part animal and they part your DNA. That's why they so savage and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? That's why they savage. That's why they want to control the earth. They rather control the seed and let the seed do what it's gonna do, because that's God. That's what you is. That's why when you eat that seed that got energy from the sunlight, it's 100 in your body because you get energy from the sunlight too. The cracker is the only motherfucker that burn up in the goddamn sun. As far as I know, the only creature that burns his whole asshole up in the sun. Vampire Man, is that why you made the story Vampire Man? You cast no reflection because you're not really here.
I call them soulless. Soulless.
And you know what else? You notice that? Do you notice this when you encounter them? When they be around you, it's like they sucking you. They like, it's almost like this. They just yeah. Like that's why they always want to touch your
so
head.
Mysterious, like damn.
But look, watch this. If you got a white friend, you call them your buddy, they're a coworker that's just a little bit more cool than they usually is, and you go do stuff with them outside the job. I dare you to engage them in a conversation about race. If that's too uncomfortable for you, I got one that you could do that's a little bit less uncomfortable. Just ask them what they think about cash payment reparations for black folks. Don't just say reparations. Say cash payment. See, because every other person who got recompense some money that was owed to them by the U.S. government got cash payments. Okay?
Funny you mentioned that.
Ask that cracker that you think is your friend. Ask them that and watch their fucking face and demeanor change. And let that be your motherfucking lesson.
Right, while all these black folks ready to party for
my
Biden
friend.
and Camilla stepping in office, and I just saw an article today, his first order of business is to let more immigrants in.
And you know why though?
Not black folks reparations, that ain't even on the
But
list.
wait a minute. When he cussed out
Black folks is your
when he
list.
cussed out them civil rights folks, he told them, y'all better get with the Mexicans. Y'all better get with the Hispanics. Well, nigga, you're letting enough in. I guess we did.
That's his first order of business.
Yeah, see what they do is say it's a problem, but they done created the problem.
Yeah.
Then they say I got the
Then they create
solution.
the problem and pretend that they're making solution.
Absolutely.
Systematic oppression. Always got a fall guy, front guy. They ain't running the show. Shit bigger than that.
Facts. So we clearly know the effects of religion. Black folks understand it, waking up. It puts you in a docile manner. You feel like you're going against your morals. If you whoop a cracker or motherfucking check a cracker, or just plan to eliminate an oppressor. You know, there's a vibe out here that's like you're not supposed to want to eliminate who the fuck want to eliminate you. That's some gay homo shit. If a motherfucker want to cut your fucking throat, you supposed to be thinking about it, him eliminating that motherfucker. All that soft shit.
You have to understand that it's a constant thing for your demise on all levels, from the food you eat to the doctor you see to what you keep on your mind and believe, and all entertaining the traps they set, the drugs, you know, and just any wrong movement. Just it's all a trap.
That's facts.
It's like
Down
it's all
the
a trap.
ride.
And you are
It's
listening
like you're in a maze. There's traps everywhere.
to the Knowledge of Self show. KOS show. KOS. Knowledge of Self show. Strictly about black folks. The lineage of black folks. Your bloodline. Can you dig that? KOS show. Knowledge of Self show. God, he, a million. That's what we doing. We ain't got too much, but we gonna go hard doing this fourth quarter right here. We also gonna talk about the need for unity as well as the black code, the code we need to have. You know, white folks got a code, you know. If a black person done cracked their head or did something to them, you know, when police come, they turn the story up. Oh, he did this, he did that. Oh, he did this. You seen the hoe with the dog lie on the man who was fucking bird watching and said he was trying to do something to her. She on the phone lying like a motherfucker. He just got the camera on her ass looking at her. That's the type of shit this shit being revealed for slow motherfuckers who think white folks love them.
Yeah, pay attention. They can say you did anything.
And let me tell you something. Let me tell
Lies.
you something I thought about earlier this morning. The reason why you supposed to, and I know this gonna sound harsh to some coons and some black people. Reason why you can't fuck with white folks is because this reason right here. The only reason they can get close to you is because they deceive you and smile and act like they're your friend.
They pretend well.
Then when you get close, they stab you up.
They pretend
So,
hell, they've been doing it for
You can't afford to hee-hee-ha-ha and be seriously hee-hee-ha-haing with them because the way that they fuck us up is to be that fake way.
Exactly.
So how you still falling for the fake I'm
They're
white?
professionals
If anything, you supposed to be
pretend.
drilling their ass
That's why I
about
tell
shit.
people not to.
And a real white friend supposed to give you resources and show you where that shit at and help you get it. Cause they see that you being fucked over. If they play the nut role like they don't know what the fuck going on. Like, oh my God, really? Oh really? Oh my God, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You gotta stay in game with these white folks. Some black people don't feel like white folks could be slick. They the first slick
But
motherfucker.
here goes this. Everybody's so mad at Trump. Look how people really felt though. I ain't mad at Trump. Because he exposed all the fakes and snakes. Yeah, he's racist. But look at everybody else. When y'all thought, oh, this thing exists, this behind us, that's the past. 74 million people supported him to put him in a position he was in when his running was a joke in the first place.
My enemy's enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
So if he exposed some more crackers, okay, I know you're a cracker. Cracker mean crack the whip. You're a slave owner. You're a slave master. you a piece of shit, you a racist. That's all in the same thing. So when you hear me say cracker mean a motherfucker who crack the whip. That's the fucking slave owner. He's a piece of shit. He's a racist. I give a fuck if you don't like that I said fuck a cracker, meaning fuck a racist. If you want to take up for a racist, then you're a racist, and that means you in that pot too, motherfucker. So when you hear me saying fuck a racist and you're mad, motherfucker, you one of them. I don't give a fuck what color you is. If you really on some old, man, why you mad at your white folks? You just a coon, baby. You just a coon. You on they side, cuz you in the big house like, I don't know why y'all want to kill Master. You eating some good food sometimes. And you cool with that shit. And that shit'll go on forever and you alright with it. No, we gotta get you out the way. You in the way.
Yeah.
You in the way.
The revolutionaries did it.
That's right.
You gotta know them stories.
That's right.
Them motherfuckers, hey.
They was on code.
Hey.
Which brings me to that, the code. What's the code, you might ask? In the loving arms and mouth of Lily Fuller Jr. Let's be child, I say. Lily be child, I say. Neely Fuller Jr. Neely Fuller Jr. says the code is don't kill each other, don't fight each other, don't lie on each other, don't set each other up, and if you can't get along, get away from each other. No contact, no conflict. Simple shit. Don't come together and do shit unless you're doing something constructive. Because see, the venom could come out that's already in your ass through this white boy. Okay, there's no black man and no black woman. It's only black boy and black girl because there's white mommy and white daddy. That's the system we under. We in a prison system. We in a fucking prison camp. Only power you got is unity, and that don't mean no organized organization. That mean on code. Everybody on code. What's the code again? Don't fight each other. Don't kill each other. Don't lie on each other. Don't set each other up. Can't get along with each other. Get the fuck away from each other. Put space between you and them.
That's it.
Because both of y'all got venom.
Because they play you against you. They
Facts.
expect for you to be at odds. That's how they come in and do the same shit that you're doing to each other. Because they write it right off on that.
That's facts.
Especially with all these crimes and all the rest, as I said earlier.
That's facts.
It's like, when you stop doing that and respect each other and have unity, they ain't gonna come in and be able to do that fuckery. You make a change. But it start with us as individual ourselves.
That's facts. That's facts. Knowledge of self, sure. God Jahi, a million. Can you dig that? Giving the black perspective on knowledge of self. That's awesome. And I do want to specify also in that first Hidden Colors, the first hour of that movie, he does let it be known that black people created writing, black people created mathematics, black people created astronomy. Yes, and I think I said writing. Right? I think I said writing.
Electricity.
Absolutely.
All of it.
And we got so many inventors. We got so many inventors. The damn internet as we know it is responsible because of a black man named Michael Emeagwali.
When you look into all technology, it happens to be.
Yeah. The damn what we love so much, the fucking Call ID.
That was a black woman.
Call ID, that's a black woman.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a woman. Wanna know who the fuck calling before she even could pick up the phone. That's a black woman says that. Who the fuck calling me? I don't know what this nigga. Black mind came up with that technology.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Stop playing the washing machine, the automatic transmission, the guitar, nigga. Goddamn, the guitar.
Said rock and roll with black folks.
Rock and roll also. Shit, the blues, motherfucker. Hip hop, nigga.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? And then look at this world was like, oh, we ain't gonna say that. We ain't gonna say that. We ain't gonna say that part.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna say that part. We ain't gonna say that. On the money, put the fucking white men faces on there. That's what we gonna do. We gonna subliminally keep these motherfuckers knowing that we is master.
Yeah, ritual, giving
Subliminal
power.
shit.
Yeah. Giving power.
Straight subliminals. What time is it?
6:55.
Oh, yeah, straight subliminals. That's what they do. So we got to be on code. We We gotta understand we gotta have unity. And the unity is the code, because it ain't no, man, let's get together in organization. No, they compromise organizations.
Yeah.
And then they assassinate leaders. So if everybody on code, then everybody is the leader.
Exactly.
You already know what's up. You know the code.
On the same accord.
Real talk.
Just God.
But watch this though. The violence will automatically end because in your mind you'll say, now this motherfucker got venom in him just like I do. I kill this nigga. He feel the same way about me. So I gotta put space between me and him, because if I kill this nigga, I'm in a prison or I'm on the run. You know what I'm saying? Either or. You know what I'm saying? Over some shit to where they got both of us in a fucked up situation. So we ain't supposed to be that simple matter for they could just be like, oh, we did it again every year.
I said not falling some traps.
Yeah. And it's really elementary.
Yeah.
You just gotta be on it, because they think 200 years ahead. These crackers think 200 years ahead. These motherfuckers will make a movie in 1980 and that shit really come true in 1995.
Yeah, they have the
real shit.
They know what's up.
They do that there.
They have the knowledge.
And you can't underplay these motherfuckers. You gotta
That's what I said. Look at the technology we hold in our hands within our households. They're triple that.
Hell yeah.
Triple that.
Yeah, they got all that
shit. You know? Just think, some people like, I have my phone, I'm thinking about something, then it pop up in my phone. You don't know what.
They listening. They listen.
You know?
They listening.
Man.
Mother did used to always say that shit. She said, you think just because you watching that TV, ain't nobody on the other end watching you?
William Beanie dropped on that, a whistleblower. I want to say his name was William Beanie. They created the 3D camera. Like, just because you turn your TV off doesn't mean it's off.
That's right.
He said you actually have to unplug it from the wall.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. He created the 3D camera right after 9/11.
Dr. Delbert Blair used to say that.
Absolutely. He was a whistleblower.
One of the ancestors now.
Ashe.
Dr. Delbert Blair gave me and my mother great information. Great information. Love that brother. And check out his website, themetacenter.com. Themetacenter.com. Or just Google Dr. Delbert Blair, The Meta Center. Very educated brother. Just opened my mind to so many things. So many lanes. Yeah. To the people who, how many minutes we got? What's that again? 10 hours. Okay, so let's say, people who say, aliens. Lord Jesus, there's aliens everywhere.
Yeah, the next attack is aliens.
Yeah, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, let's take a look. There's a book and a movie called Fire in the Sky. When you look at that movie, Fire in the Sky, it shows you that what they did during those times, all those so-called UFO sightings, it was groups of motherfucking white folks who was going to these houses, kidnapping these people, drugging them, fucking on them, freaking on them, and then leaving their ass back. You know what I'm saying? Throwing their ass back like on some old. Oh man, I was with the day. But these people had alien suits on. These motherfuckers had suits and shit on doing this to people. And when you think about white folks and their history, that's that shit they do.
Yeah.
So you got a whole motherfucker thinking this shit is for real. Now as far as them aircrafts, they could be remotes, they could be drones, but those aircrafts, people have really seen them aircraft. You know what I'm saying? So we still, the verdict is still out on who's making them. No, we saying that we know they making them. For them to make the lie, and you know how white folks operate, they're making this. Because think about it. Why is these beings, if they made a pact with white folks to control us, why we don't ever see it? No black person nowhere. We done seen everything else they had to dish out. But we ain't never seen that lie. Same thing with the space program. I don't know no niggas that's in the goddamn NASA program. I don't know no niggas who know no niggas who know niggas that's in the space program.
What's his name? Was it John Bird? I want to say his name was. They dropped on that. Because of the information, they shut that shit down.
Cause that's a big lie. That's a big lie for America. You come against that lie, people start believing you. Hell yeah, they're like, well, this nigga got views and he talking about NASA is a lie. Let me tell you something. In 1980, Nixon made an imaginary, not 1980, I think it was 70 or 77, some more shit. He made an imaginary phone call to the moon because the people supposedly went on the moon. He talked to them on a white phone.
Right.
Yeah, we just want to say, hey, everybody, hey.
Yeah.
Lying to people.
Yeah,
911, when the buildings came down, they came down like a demolition. But people ignorant didn't know at the time, was like, oh my God.
Right.
But once they got the knowledge on it, they like, you lying motherfuckers again.
Right. The plane should have been crushed. How the plane take down the whole building? I mean, common sense, it just show you how ignorant.
This is why they attack education like they attack it right now with this e-learning. It's gonna be a generation of kids that's number one, no social development because they ain't been around kids.
People are waking up and getting knowledge. Each step is progress. Because look, now education is becoming a thing of unimportance to them. But see, that's gonna be what the people not gonna understand.
Right.
Because they already been showing how poor they've been with the education system before this COVID. It's just like they create the havoc and make like they're the problem solvers. But they create the problem at hand.
That's fact.
And
just
that's
like
what people have to wake up and know.
They blew them levees, made the problem, and then act like they coming in to say.
They have
only
to.
Took certain people.
That's the make. And then that's why they make reasons for their actions, like COVID got you finna take a vaccination now.
Really talk, say that shit.
Now COVID, they created it so that they got a reason to do what they want to do.
Real talk.
You have to be aware of your enemy.
And to be honest, the first time I saw that growing up was like, that's how bullies was. Like motherfuckers couldn't come at you direct. They'd have to come with some bullshit like it's really something else because they really want to do something else. You see what I'm saying? You know, I really want to see if I can intimidate you, so I'm going to say that I'm over here doing this just to get close to you so I can do what I want to do. It's like, I saw that early, and that's really indicative of a bully, how a bully operate. They never going to be direct. They're really never direct.
Because they're cowards.
Absolutely.
Bullies are cowards.
Absolutely.
And that's what they are. They coward as fuck.
Absolutely.
My mere presence scare you, and they ain't even on that dumb shit you thinking. You know, such simple-minded ass people. Like, what all that our people have been through, and what I know from my history and my studies, and knowledge is never ending, and I don't know everything, but it's like, we're not even on that shit. We should be the motherfuckers mad, but see, we're not mad because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We have a right to be angry. We have the right to act the way you actually acted, but we don't because we don't even have the knowledge of self. We don't even know which we stem from. And that's what you have thrived on, our ignorance. Now we waking up. Education kind of being like wiped out.
Lessening.
Like,
Lessened. Ain't that something?
Yeah, people are waking up, becoming knowledgeable of things. People starting to eat better, be more healthier.
Now wear perms and shit.
Poison in the hair. And it was a lot of things happening, and it's like...
That's fact.
And it's because you say they go to the table, like you said, planning 30, 40 years ahead from now.
200 years ahead.
You know what I mean? Absolutely. That's why they keep people in a position to be oppressed if you're not seeking knowledge yourself.
Trendsetter.
Now they trying to wipe out the little bullshit they want to indoctrinate.
Like I told black folks, it's like once you understand the spiritual part of you are the essence of everything.
Yeah.
You understand when you take your participation away, you take the very life out of it. So when black folks say, man, I ain't about to vote, fuck that shit. If all black people would have did that shit, them white folks would have been sitting up there with crickets. All you heard was crickets.
Yeah.
Because our energy is what makes shit pop. We don't fuck with it, it died.
Yeah.
And that's in the Bible. Jesus said he walked away from the fig tree and it died. He cursed it and said, you ain't got no figs, motherfucker? Get your ass out there. And he walked away and that shit died after he walked away.
Absolutely. In layman's terms, I always say, we're the parents and they're our children.
Yeah, facts. Facts on that.
Parents run the shit.
Right, and you can't never outtake your parents. You can't never, like, what you thought you was smarter than them? Nigga, they know your ass before you even was made. You come out of their ass.
And because you gotta remember, a hater is a admirer. A hater is an admirer.
Yeah, I say he's twisted.
It's a sick thing, but you have to keep that in mind.
So they look at you
because
like,
you possess something they don't have.
I wanna, instead of being like, man, what am I? They look at you like, no, what are you? They be all into that shit.
Yeah.
Like, boy, you supposed to be studying self. You all in my shit. If you in my shit, you supposed to be comparing it to self. Not like feeling type of way because it's something you see that you don't have. You should start working on that shit then if you want that thing. You see a motherfucker cut up because he work out and you fat and sloppy. You're not supposed to get mad. You're supposed to be like, man, I'm about to work out. Like
Motivation, should that be your motivation?
Automatically, that should be your thought. Man, I'm about to. That's supposed to charge your ass.
Right.
You're supposed to prove it to yourself after that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But you know.
But the sick mind, yeah, hater is a definite admirer. So.
Knowledge of Self Show, the Cars Show. This is God Jahi and I'm with Amelia. We giving you that real deal on that knowledge of self, talking about black folks, the bloodline, the lineage. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Peace, love, light, and elevation.
For many moons and many moons, we was the first. For many moons and many moons. You know what I'm talking about? If you ask me about why we in this situation, I say because we was probably too tribal. We should have been one unit under this one understanding that we all connected. You know, we all having experiences with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is God Jahi. Also DJ Rockard. Can you dig that? Go check out Racism 101. Film by Jahi Ta'u. Check out the soundtrack to that film, which is Black Power Magic. Check that out. Check out God Jahi on all streaming services as well as Tidal. Check that out. Get that. Go ahead and get that and support that. Can you dig it? Good information, good black knowledge, good music. Check that out. Can you dig that? Yeah, so that's what it is.
Yes, for sure. Support the black man.
Amelia is gonna be starting to let people know about her business. We're gonna keep it under wraps until a couple of shows. But if you guys love how she speak and talk, don't hesitate to email DJRockard13@gmail.com so I can go ahead and get that information to her. We're gonna set up a situation where you can throw the bread at the Cash App, because we're gonna be coming with knowledge that people need to hear. We're gonna be giving like basic lessons on where black folks need to be. Now you can take it and leave it alone, but still I would rather have it available for black people who feel like, yeah, let me go ahead, I need some alternative to this. Thank you, Jesus, Holy Ghost, Jesus, take the wheel. I would implore black folks to say, if you used to saying, the devil is, devil is a lie, you're devil busy. Exchange the word devil with just white folks, racist, white folk, cracker. Because if you put it in them sentences, you'll see it makes sense. Oh, that cracker's a lie. That cracker be lying. That cracker show is busy. Clearly he's busy. So just use that word instead of devil, because that's who the fuck he is. That's what he doing. The devil just won't strife, hurt, and pain. The cracker won't strife, hurt, and pain. That's what he want. That's what he involved with. Do you see crackers? Do you see them even riding down the areas where them people be homeless and saying, hey, we got free apartments up here. All y'all got to do is like co-op and do the farm and shit in the back. That's all y'all gotta do. You can live there for free. All that property, all you gotta do is maintain a fucking garden in the back.
Right.
That's all you gotta do. Tend to that shit daily, weekly, as you working for your living conditions. Like,
exactly.
But they say niggas like us talking that good shit, that nation building shit, we crazy. Cold, shy, rack. Can you dig it? The land. You know what I'm talking about? This is what birthed this kind of speech and this talk. Because we two black folks who know the walk. Can you dig it? East side, west side, north side, south side, go ahead.
Yes, indeed.
Wild honey, low end, wild. Suburbs, motherfucking Harvey, motherfucking Calumet City, motherfucking Dalton, South Holland, Markham, Olympia Fields. All what niggas is in the suburbs who had to get the fuck up out the city. Can you dig it? I know y'all niggas survive and love. But your black self, you gotta love your black self. You gotta love your black self. So until next time, I'm God Jahi, also DJ Rockard, also Mace G, also Mr. Rippercut, also Mr. Jafricus Blackwood, also Mr. Jafesius Green Tree, Jahifius Green Tree, Jahizu Yaxborough. Numbers, it really don't stop. I'm just gonna let it stop right now. And I'm with Amelia, okay? And we always gonna give you the masculine and feminine perspective of this black knowledge of self, KOS. Okay? Okay, so till next time, we appreciate all the viewers. We appreciate all the supporters. You know what I'm talking about? We ain't gonna drop the Cash App just now. We gonna let y'all get a couple of checks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get y'all money, your bread up. You know what I'm talking about? And then if you got it, you go ahead and throw that bread. But we gotta keep that money moving amongst black people. I don't give a fuck if it's $1. I appreciate it. $1 million appreciates it as well. So
yes, peace, love, light, and elevation.
boom, boom. That's how we do that then. You got any questions once again? Email djrockr13@gmail.com. That's djrockr13@gmail.com. Keep it email and keep it simple. You know, as the show progresses, I'll throw that other information out there so you can just send just regular text and shit if that's easier. But we need that information from the viewers because when we go on, we want to address those questions. Because y'all be having some good fucking questions. Because you is us and we is you. Y'all got the shit. We doing it for all of us. Because we is one. We all we got. Shit. Black first.
Yo. You are listening to DJ Rock all night long. Are you tired of being followed in the store by clerks who assume you are stealing? Are you fed up with being racially profiled while driving? Are you annoyed by the constant stop and frisk along with search and seizures performed by race soldiers posing as cops? Well, you don't have to deal with that any longer, because now there's Freedom Cola. Yes, Freedom Cola. For just $1.10 a 16-ounce bottle, you can become white as the driven snow, with the complexion for protection from racism, white supremacy. Freedom Cola totally frees you from refusal to hire, illegal traffic stops, stop and frisk, public lynchings, jail time, murder by police, court appearances, and being set up by lily white women who claim that you want to rape them, as well as hundreds of unfortunate occurrences that tend to befall black people everywhere. So if you are fed up with racism, white supremacy like I am, you must try Freedom Cola. That's right, Freedom Cola can only be purchased at www.freedomcola.com. You can see us on all media at Freedom Cola. Get free today. Yo. You are listening to DJ Rock all night long.